I am very,
Hang on.
oh,
So what makes you proud, most proud of your children?
Well, all of them got a work ethic.
Yes.
That I believe was calculated into them, not only through me, but through Granny and Pops and the rest of the family. Everybody, we did work. There was nobody that's taking
free.
gravy trains or anything like that. There's no free lunch. They all learned it early. That's the one thing. They're all basically moral. And when I say moral, culturally moral. They've learned to live by more or less moral standards. And that I'm proud of.
Very proud of, very proud of.
How long have the two of you known each other now, looking back?
Well,
66 years. I met her when she was 14 years old.
And what words of advice do you have, if you could give words of advice of longevity, of life and spirit and life?
Okay, if
For
I
your
from my
grandchildren.
angle,
Okay.
be honest and do what you say you're gonna do. Don't phony baloney. Don't play tricks. If you say it, do it. That's it.
And how about you, Mom?
let's see, what was the question again?
Yeah, do you remember the question? I don't remember the question.
Oh, getting married, getting started, what do you start with? Who do you look for? It's just somebody who's loving and kind, generous, accepts some faults, doesn't accept a lot of them, but accepts some faults. Most of all, being gracious and kind to the kids. That is the most important thing to me.
Yeah. Now, when you think about your life looking back, what do you want to be remembered for, Mom?
I love to be remembered for being a good, caring mom, but I know I wasn't early on. Just learning how to be a mom was all different than reality.
What do you think you attribute that to? Did you have that relationship from your mom?
And that was a different day and different age. Different day, different age.
So you had to learn.
I had to learn. My mother was very orderly, giving orders. My father just loved unconditionally, spoiled me all the time because I was the youngest.
And Dad, how about you? What were your parents like? That you had to learn to do something
Oh no,
different with your parents?
they demanded things out of you. In other words, not well. You're no matter what you do, we're gonna love you. That isn't the way it worked over there. Granny, what I call Granny. If anything, Granny demanded you do things in order to be loved. Was one of her errors.
That's what you felt?
Oh yeah.
Or you felt that it actually was that way?
Well, no.
He had to earn the
You had to earn
acceptance.
real respect and
Accept,
affection.
yeah.
How about your dad? Did
My
you have
dad
that
was passive.
Very passive.
Very passive. And,
jovial and fun?
huh?
Jovial and fun, easy?
Yeah, he's easy. He was easy. She was not. She died at a very early age. She died at 63. And
What do you remember most about his mother?
I would have to say probably demanding. She loved the kids unconditionally. She was very gracious to them, but I don't think I ever hit the charge of being the best mom or the best mother for the kids. But she's very, very gracious to the kids, loving, kind, taking care of them, coming over, doing things, buying clothes, very
And
kind.
what do you remember about her mother?
very little. I never got to know her, never personally, on a personal basis. It was a very impersonal relationship. She was there. She accepted me. I got that.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, she accepted me and the kids. That much I got. She obviously saw that I was going to take care of her daughter, and I guess that was enough.
Yeah.
That's how that worked.
Yeah.
I never got to know her. I never got to know Russell either. I never got to know him on a personal basis.
And what do you remember about his father, Pops?
Papa was, he was loving, he was kind, he was funny. He worked all the time. Grandma had him working all the
All the
time. He
time,
was
yeah.
always But he always had a good spirit. He very seldom would get mad or anything like that. Just very gentle. Now, Grandma was always, "Arr," but Papa was just always sweet. Unless you took his beer from him, and then he was not so happy.
Did he enjoy beer every now and again?
Yeah.
A little beer, a little wine, yeah.
He liked to travel.
Yeah.
He enjoyed.
They went to Hawaii for their honeymoon, 25th honeymoon, yep. 25th
They were
anniversary.
quite independent. That Gran Lindner was a real independent sort compared to your mom.
Yep.
Yes.
I think your mom was independent in
My
mind.
mother was more an indoor person. She didn't go out much. She didn't have a lot of friends. Grandma Lindner had lots of friends, always going places, doing things.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, your mom did enjoy going to the game,
She loved the Cubs.
and she cheered for the Cubs.
She watched the Cubs all the
And she
time.
would go to the games.
Go to the games, and she knitted all the time, and she was always doing
And did
something.
you ever go to the games?
Yes.
Where at?
Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
My favorite player
She
was,
would have been so thrilled with their win.
yes, my favorite player was Billy Serena.
Okay.
Very cute, too.
And you're Cubs fans till this day?
Yeah, up to a point, yeah, because we're in Minnesota, but
Yeah,
yes,
of
if I'm a
course.
fan of anything, it'd be the Cubs.
Yeah.
Or the Bulls, maybe.
Ah, the Bulls, yeah, that's another thing, yeah.
And
We used to sit together and watch the Bulls games when Michael was at his peak. Her and I would watch them. We were in Minnesota at that when they were really doing, and we did watch those games
Yeah,
together.
yeah.